Functions. Here's a true story. When I first came out from my parents' house, I had a little tiny, really mini tiny problem. Well, you see, I hate cleaning, and when I first came out from my parents' house, nobody was cleaning for me. Ugh, the horror! So after a day or two, I had tons of dishes in my sink, my clean clothes blend perfectly with my dirty clothes on my bed, my floor was completely a mess, and my 2 cats didn't really help. Meow! So the first thing I've done is to get me one of those robots who cleans the floor after you. A perfect solution for the lazy man in our era. And I was very glad. It was a repetitive task that I could have done myself many times that some sort of robot is doing for me. So if we go into our world of JavaScript, you may already think that there is a possibility to code the same code over and over again. And if you are lazy like me, well, you will need to figure out how to make yourself a new robot. To this robot, the JavaScript people called functions. Instead of writing the same code over and over again, your function will basically store a segment of your code, and when you would like to execute it, you can call it, and the function will run. Like I always say, let's see some example and you will understand it better. Let's say we want to have a function that will congratulate us every time we enter our website. So, in order to write a function, all you need to write is function. So go ahead and write function. And then the name of your function, and just like your variables, you can name it whatever name you want. But it's a good practice to go with something meaningful of what your function needs to do. So if we want to congratulate your users, let's call it congrats. And then after the name, we need to open parenthesis and close parenthesis. By the way, those parentheses actually have a meaning, but for now, just leave it without anything inside. Then, open curly bracket and close curly bracket. And inside the curly brackets, we will type our code that we want to be executed when we call the function. We want our code to congratulate our users, so let's write something on alert. Let's see. Welcome to the Hamster mobile website, where you can find a cheap vehicle for your beloved hamster. Well, I think we know what our next startup would be, right? I hope we don't have any competition. I have to check this one. Oh, man, I cannot believe it. Apparently there is a hamster mobile. Oh, my dreams just shattered like Windows 8. How can I recover from this one? Anyway, let's also add a bit of code that tells us our congratulation alert has just been started. And also one text that our congrats just ended. Let's run our thing. Nothing shows. I wonder why. That's because we set our function, but we didn't call it, right? So let's call it. Just type anywhere outside of your function your name of your function, and then open parenthesis and close parenthesis, and then end with a semicolon. Save it, refresh your page, and bam! We've got our weird congratulations up and running. Now every time you want to use this thing, we wouldn't need to write our document right again, and our alert, and another time the document right. We just need to call our congrats function again, and that's it.